Hi all, myself Professor Disha Shukla and I am discussing the subject wireless communication. My today's topic is mobile radio system around the world. Here we will be discussing about the different mobile radio systems that we have all around the world. Some of them includes AMPS, that is the Advanced Mobile Phone System. It was developed by Bell Laboratories in Chicago in 1977-78. It has a license for 40 MHz spectrum in 800 MHz. The current spectrum allocation is 50 MHz in 824 to 849 MHz uplink and 869 to 894 MHz downlink in USA. The channel bandwidth is 10 kHz and it is called as analog cellular system it has an analog cellular system that uses FM. AMPS radio system are used to increase the capacity in the large AMPS market. Motorola developed an AMPS like system called NAMPS, that is the narrow AMPS, in 1991. NAMPS were a useful transition technology before 2G equipment became available. NAMPS provided 3 users in a 30 kHz AMPS channel by using FDMA and 10 kHz channel and provided the 3 times the capacity of AMPS. By replacing AMPS channels with 3 NAMPS channels at one at a time, service providers were able to provide more trusted radio channels and thus a much better grade of services at the base station. The next kind of a system is the NAMPS, that is the narrow band AMPS. It was first introduced in 1992. It has 10 kHz channel standardization by Telecommunication Industry Association, that is the TIA of USA. It has a frequency range of 824 to 894 MHz. It is also called North American TDMA or North American AMPS, NAAMPS or NATDMA. NAMPS uses the SAT and ST signaling and blank and burst functioning in exactly by the same manner as the AMPS, except that the signaling was done using the sub-audible data streams. Since 10 kHz channels are used, the FM deviation is decreased in NAMPS. This in turn reduces the signal to noise ratio, which degrades the audio quality with respect to the AMPS. To counteract this, NMPS uses the voice commanding to provide a synthetic voice channel quitting. It counteracts this NAMPS, except the signaling was done using the sub-audible data streams. NAMPS specifies a 300 kHz high-pass audio filter for each video channel or voice channel that has a superficially and a signaling data that may be sent without blanking the voice. The SAT and ST signaling is sent using a continuous 200 bits per second noise to ratio data stream, that is FSK, that is the frequency shift keying modulated. The SAT and ST are called the DSAT and DST in NMAPS because they are sent digitally and repetitionally in the small predefined code blocks. The next kind of a system is IS-95, that is the interim standard 95. It uses the CDMA technology standardization in USA by TIA as IS-95. It was first adopted in 1993. The channel bandwidth is 1.25 MHz. It has a frequency band of 824 to 897 MHz or 1.8 to 2 GHz. That is, they have 2 frequency bands. It supports short messages, it supports paging and over-the-air activation, that is OTA, it supports packet data. The interim data solution of CDMA is called the IS-95B. Like GPRS, IS-95B is already being deployed worldwide, and it provides high-speed packet and circuit switch data access on a common CDMA radio channel by dedicating multiple orthogonal user channels, that too for the specific users and specific purposes. That is, they have different orthogonal user channels, that is the walls function that we have, and hence they are defined for specific users and specific purposes. Each IS-95 CDMA radio channel supports up to 64 different user channels. The original IS-95 throughput rate specification of a 9.6 kbps was not implemented in practice but was improved to the current rate of 14.4 kbps as specified in IS-95A. The 2.5G CDMA solution IS-95B supports the medium data rate, that is the MDR services, by allowing a dedicated user to command up to 8 different users. Walls code simultaneously and in parallel for an instantaneous throughput of 115.2 kilobits per user, that is 8 into 14.4 kilobits per second. However, only about 64 kbps of a practical throughput is available to a single user in IS-95B due to the slotting technique of the air interference. IS-95B also specifies hard handoff procedure that allows the subscriber unit to record different radio channels in the network without instruction from the switch, so that the subscriber can handle it. The next kind of the radio system is GSM, that is the Global System for Mobile Communication. GSM, that is the group, it is also called the Group Special Mobile, was founded in 1982 and it was renamed as Global System for Mobile Communication. It is the second generation system. It was initiated by 890 to 950 megahertz of uplink and 935 to 960 megahertz of downlink. It is called a GSM 900. Nowadays, a 1.85 to 1.99 gigahertz of frequency band with bandwidth of 200 kilohertz is allowed. It includes the features like emergency calling, voice messaging, SMS, packet data, etc. Second generation, it is a second generation cellular technology that was introduced by Euro. It uses multiple access that is used in TDMA. The modulation technique that it uses is GMSK. The duplexing that it uses is FDD. It has a spacing between the forward and the reverse channel pair of 45 megahertz. The number of duplex RF channels are 125. It was introduced in USA as PCS, that is the Personal Communication System. The further generations of the GSM are HSCSD, GPRS and EDGE, that is the 2.5 generation systems. So these are the different mobile radio systems that are used worldwide and how they evaluated from the very basic standards to the standards that we have right now. That is the change in their frequency band, the number of allocated channels, etc. This is all about the mobile radio systems around the world. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Thank you.